Greetings and salutations, my fellow Entropians. It is that time for the Deed and Shares Payout Show weekly for Entropia Universe. I've taken like 2 weeks off from making the show or doing any content in general, but yeah, I'm still here. I've been playing just hardcore every single day because I love the game. I really do. But I also like making some content every once in a while. But that's what we're here for. We're doing the Deeds and Shares Payout Show weekly for Entropia Universe. It is December the 15th. And yeah, we got a few things to cover in this episode. And we got a new Port Atlantis. Let's dive into that just a little bit, shall we? I honestly think it looks pretty good. Like, I think they did a pretty good job with it. There's a few other things that they've actually done that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead. We're going to just, let's take a look at the Pedflow Center really quick. Still need more affiliates. But Arcadia has not done well this week. We got Merry Mayhem going on. We got a Umbernoid event, the red orbs and stuff. So a lot of people are on Cali doing the things. But yeah, it looks like only 2 payouts for the Arcadia Underground this week. No payouts for the Moon. I mean, it happens. What can you say? It's just, oof. Big oof, you know? But that's okay. Because we got a new Port Atlantis. Everyone wants to check that out. It looks perfect. I like it. I like the nice aesthetic. This is going to be like the new place where new people like come into the game, and I think that's great, and there's ways to get to wherever you need to go, and I like it. I like it. I remember back whenever it was a different iteration of Port Atlantis before the one we just had. Like this game changes, and I like where the changes are going, especially that you could talk to little AIs now all the time. I think that's pretty cool too. But I understand AI. It's coming for your jobs, boys. But I don't think it's really coming for our Entropia jobs just yet, at least. But it is Christmas time, so that's pretty cool. We got the Merry Mayhem and we got Free For All. Oh my god, if you guys have not checked, and I'm pretty sure you already have, but they're giving away a land area for the Free For All stars this year. So I don't know, man. I think people are going to be buying the stars a little bit later on. I mean, just make sure you shop around the price per point of your stars so you can get the best deal. And shop around before you start selling. That's probably the best advice I can give you. Who is this yokel right here? Okay, a fresh and funky guy. Okay. But yeah, we still got the Bank Never Die. We still got the Port Atlantis Mall, and we got a new little teleporter location. It's quite the amazing. I like Port Atlantis, man. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, we got this little teleporter thing right here that leads us to where old Port Atlantis used to be, Paradise Landing. So this is pretty cool. You can actually hear birds in the background. I guess this is where you start getting your quest and stuff. Just absolutely just amazeballs. I think that's Luke. Yeah, Luke, he's away. I wonder if he's still doing the Entropia Go. Yeah, but I dig the new stuff that they did. That just means that they love the game, and we still got Satesh and all that stuff. I've yet to really do anything on Satesh yet, but. Yeah, I think you don't sit here and do all this work if you're not making money, right? I think MindArc is doing just fine making some money, but you know, the longevity of this game, I hope that we can play Entropia until the day that we all die, and then our kids can inherit what we have in the game and continue forward. You know, I don't know. It's just we still need a lot of work trying to spread Entropia universe to the masses, but it's almost there. Like, hopefully Unreal really changes things, but we're gonna get into the shares here in just a moment. But yeah, I'm liking these new changes, and I'm very hopeful for the future. But we got some stuff to talk about because there's some new shares. All right, let's get into the shares, guys. As here we are. All right, guys, this is gonna be huge, absolutely huge. All right, so we all know we got Ancient Greece, Calypso Land Deeds, Crystal Palace Space Station, New Treasure Island, Rocktropia, and Triton Industries. Now, I hardly ever go and click on this, but it looks like we also have upcoming Chikara, Genesis Star. We also have Omegaton coming in as new shares. Now these are really kind of interesting in the fact that, well, let's see. We got information right here. It basically states Chikara is Calypso's power, is a Calypso power with a clear identity built around close combat and mental discipline. So in other words, you know, melee weapons and mind force, right? Whenever people actually, I don't know, it will generate revenue for the company through a percentage of their deterioration. So if you're using mind force and certain melee weapons and it decays, it goes into a share. And it's basically it's a portion of a person's decay, meaning it does not add any extra tax or cost for players. In other words, basically MindArc is basically letting us have a little bit of their revenue, and we have to pay in order to get some of their revenue. And to those of you out there that are saying, well, yeah, MindArc is giving you extra liabilities because all shares are essentially worth 0 TT, right? And you pay MindArc, what, probably 10 PD per share right out the gate, and next thing you know, how are they making money if we're getting a portion of the decay and they're not? Well, for one, that money kind of still stays into the system, and for two, something you really got to understand is MindArc still takes the taxes, or not the taxes, but the fees probably for buying and trading and selling shares, right? So the more shares get traded in volume, MindArc is basically still going to get a little portion of those fees. So in a way, it still kind of works out. There's going to be more shares available for everybody to have, and more income streams that we can have in the game. And MindArc could get some fee revenue from all of that in lieu of actually getting the deterioration that they're sharing with the players, which I think is great. And let's see, we also got the Genesis Star right here, which is, let's see, Genesis Star info. Basically, Genesis Star it's for industrial players, for miners and pilots, right? So whenever any items tagged with Genesis Star will generate revenue for the company through its deterioration. I got a unlimited Sleipnir right here with manufacturing company Genesis Star. I've checked Pitbulls and I don't see Omegaton on them, but the same thing's going to happen with the Omegaton as well, as you can probably see if I can get it to work. The info screen, Omegaton right there, items tags with the Omegaton, percentage of decay, which I got something. We got the Omegaton Swine Deluxe with the manufacturing company of Omegaton. So we all know about the Swine Deluxe. It is the low efficiency Hoff maker for a lot of events and stuff like that. So holy crap. Get one of these and invest heavily into Omegaton. You'll never have to worry about your repair bills again. But yeah, this is crazy. So I don't know. I think that this is like absolutely amazeballs. absolutely amazeballs. I think that we got good things going, man. I think we really do. I think this is great in so many ways. Oh man, who would have figured that they would have put Calypso right on this island right here? I think that that's just crazy. Absolutely insanity. But I am happy for it. Let's get into the shares for realsies though. We got Ancient Greece paid out 1 PEC per share this week. Calypso Land Trust paid out 3 PEC per share. Crystal Palace did not pay out this week. New Treasure Island 1 PEC per share. Rocktropia looks like it didn't pay out this week. And Triton Industries paid out 1 PEC per share. Wow. Okay. It does seem like Calypso Land Trust. I mean, we did pretty good this week on Calypso. I'm wondering why it only paid out 3 PEC, but I mean, it's better than it has been doing, honestly. I think last week it was 3 PEC, but don't quote me on that because I didn't record it. But I don't know. I mean, maybe this next week will be maybe 4 PEC per share, but 3 I guess is pretty good considering. I don't know too much about any of that, but it is surprising that Ancient Greece managed to get that good little payout right here. But what we got going on is looks like it's 8:48, and we are looking at let's see how it's been going for. We'll look at the monthly chart. It does look like it did spike like last week and started to stabilize at a higher price point, which is where it is right now. But about 2 weeks ago, we hit a little low point, but it's 720. Holy crap, that is a pretty low point right there. But that's just that little dip. That was like kind of flukish. But it does look like we're kind of going back up again and stabilizing at pretty much a little bit higher than we were a month ago. But overall, there's still a lot of room for improvement for Ancient Greece. It is Merry Mayhem, so Cali side of things is going to take over as we all know. But I mean, Ancient Greece is still pretty popping with their new quest and missions and all this other stuff. The tattoo is absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan of the tattoo. As a matter of fact, I have a tattoo. Let's see, character sheet. I bought it for about 250. 250, and that's kind of where it's sitting at right now. But I'm pretty sure as time goes on and more people manage to grab that thing, the tattoo, it comes from Next Island Daily Quest for Ancient Greece, and I think you have to be a islander, which is you have to do missions there on Ancient Greece for at least 100 or something days. I think. Don't quote me on it. I'm kind of slow. I still got to go over there and do it, but. Yeah, movement speed increased by 10%. That is not your run speed, that is your movement speed. So it's two different things. But hells to the yeah. There's a lot of good stuff over there that are worth sinking your teeth into. Honestly, I really need to go over there and start grinding that out because I want some of the goodies over there. And it's fun-ish, I guess. I don't know. Could be. But I don't know, with all the good stuff over there, I mean, this is a good price point to sink your teeth into. And you know, I know that I do get a little bit of heat. Why invest in deeds and shares? And why invest into the share system? You can get more money in the real life stock exchange. And the answer is twofold. I don't like to pay taxes. You don't really pay taxes in this game. Well, you do, but I mean, it's to Mindark, and it's just a game, so it's not that serious. Mindark isn't hunting you down to take your money. You know, only governments do that. But I just like to keep my money in the game. Although, you know, there is a certain degree of risk that comes with that. If the game fails, then we're all screwed. But that's neither here nor there. So make sure when you are investing, you invest what you can afford to lose or don't care about. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that the game's like dying right now, because as you can see, we are still getting some pretty hefty, nice payouts. We're getting new shares coming in. It looks like it's a lot of fun right now. But let's take a look at what we got going on right here. So for the past month, we were pretty stable for the last little bit, and then we hit some volatility spikes, driving the price back up to around 29.76. And then we have dropped back down just a hair. As we can see, it's 28.33, which is pretty much still a little bit higher than what it was for the beginning of the month, or well, beginning of this 30-day cycle, I guess. But yeah, I guess even still the beginning of the month, because that would be right through here, and then we dip down, and then here we go, we're back up. I can't tell the future, but I mean, it is right before a mayhem, and sometimes prices on these things actually do go up because people want to try to see if they can't sink their teeth into mayhem income, and then maybe we might see a sell-off after mayhem ends, but I don't know. Everything looks pretty stable. It's paying out 3, and we're getting almost 30 for it. It's a little bit low because, you know, natural state of things, but the market still looks pretty healthy. If it drops down to like 25 a pop, then you can probably get a little bit worried, but it's looking good right now, so we're not gonna go too crazy. But we got Crystal Palace Space Station right here. I know it had a few problems here in the past little bit, but it didn't pay out this week, so I don't know if those problems have been fixed yet. I know I still need to go up there and grind. I still haven't done that, but I think my avatar is definitely able to do it at this point. So I will probably look into doing that here in 2026. But that being said, where have we been and where are we going? Are we really going that far in? So at the bottom end of this whole month, we have gotten, I guess, here's a nice little dip down, 833 at this low point right here, and now it's at 897, and it looks like there has been a little bit of, well, that's a volume of 2 at 899, so I don't know. Yeah, that's looking like where we're at right now. So it looks like there's not a lot of selling pressure. There's not a lot of volume. Well, I mean, there is a lot of volume, but it was all done right over here. I guess someone wanted to get rid of it at 8. Yeah, 8 ped and 1.4K. I wonder if that was... make sure you have two-factor authentication on, because people could infiltrate your account and sell off your shares at a really low price. So make sure you're using two-factor authentication, especially if you're going to be investing in this game. You don't want some random weirdo hacking you and taking your stuff. Unless they actually have your phone, then you can probably get somebody good with the local police. But yeah, remember, it is a crime to probably steal in this game, because it does have a real cash economy nature, but you'd have to contact Interpol. But that being said, Crystal Palace, it looks like it's kind of raised right here, but that's because nobody's really selling any of them, probably because they know that they can probably get a lot more for it, and they're just holding on to it for the most part. That's what it looks like to me. And my baby, New Treasure Island. I have not really been hunting too much on New Treasure Island too much. I know that we have dailies and stuff like that, but the adventure of the past year, if you manage to get it pretty low right here at like 7 or anything right in this little area right here, you did well for yourself. even at this little mark right here where it dropped back down to 760, you still would have made a nice little profit for selling it anywhere throughout here. But as you can see from the volume of New Treasure Island, the higher it gets, the less you get sales and stuff like that. But you did have a lot of market moving to get it up just a little bit, and then it dropped back down slowly because people don't want to buy at this price. They want it at the low price. So that's why you get, when people are ready to sell, you get a higher volume, and then those people don't want to sell, and it goes right back up. And then you get the lower volume. So in other words, you might want to hold on to your shares to at least get enough dividend payout to where you can sell it for a little bit of a lower price and still maintain a profit, right? Because people aren't going to buy too much at a higher price. That being said, you know, you should dollar cost average into some of this stuff, maybe as a reward for getting a global. You want to go ahead and grab some shares anyway and then hold on to it to suck the dividends down a little bit and then find out what you want to do. Or if you are a free-to-play player and you're just looking to build up a little bit of wealth in the game, definitely look into getting some shares, buy them, and then just forget about them and just keep snowballing and building it up over time through either sweating or going to the Orthos oil rig, or if you actually got some skills, head over to the Ashy rig and get some big oil payouts, because every single time an oil drops, there's a good chance you can buy a share with every single oil drop over at Orthos or over at Ashy. You're looking at least 3 oil drops before you can buy something at Orthos, because, you know, we're looking at like 8s. We got 878, so that's like 3 oil drops right there to be able to buy one of these. You need 3 oil drops of Ashy's oil to be able to buy one of these, realistically. Like, just, you know, you can do that, all that math on your own. But New Treasure Island is one of my favorites. But it does look like it has gone just slightly down in the past little bit, and especially in the past week, there's been like that little dip right there. But 929 has been trading on the market this past week, so that's actually pretty good. That's a little bit of movement. This week, Rocktropia, 475 shares have been bought and sold this week at 32.70. Oh my god, that's just crazy. I it didn't even pay out this week, and I think like last week it had a double payout, but it was one of the rare ones that I've seen. But I don't know. I mean, I get that he wants to make a good amount of money selling these things, or these are just being traded from a little bit. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it to me at this moment. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But we got Triton Industries right here. Wow. Okay. So we're still looking at really big prices on this, because whoever actually owns Triton Industries over there at the Naval Base Triton, and it's just, I guess it's going down a little bit, just a little bit, but not really. I mean, it's been around for a while and it's just gone nothing but up. But as it's gone up, like, there's not too many sales really. But it looks like in the past year only 8,000 shares have been sold. In the past month only 1,000, and it's probably right here is a pretty big one. But that price right there is, yeah, that's probably somebody been selling and like, I just need to get rid of these, and cashing out or buying something really nice for themselves. And that happens too, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, I don't know, man. I think everything's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take all this money out and hopefully we can do something nice with it. I know there's a lot of things on my buying list that I need to take care of and all that stuff, but man, the game's looking great, new stuff, and hopefully we can get some new people into the game. I think that would be absolutely amazing. New noobs, new people bringing money into the game, and hopefully, you know, maybe some more free-to-play opportunities in the future. You know, I don't know, but we got the new shares coming in. I wonder when they're actually going to be up for sale. The future's looking pretty interesting, to say the least, but we got to make sure that we keep playing, I guess. Don't get discouraged. I just came out of a really bad loot downswing, and then I managed to get a Hall of Fame for like 10 grand PED. So, it's a $1,000 Hall of Fame, $1,000 US, and that's helping me fund my shop. If you don't know, Hyperion is being sold at my shop at decent prices, and might need to try to see what the auction is again and try to lower them again. But man, Merry Mayhem, those are really good weapons. So get up in there. Anyways, this has been the Deeds and Shares Payout Show weekly for Entropia Universe, December the 15th, 2025. Till next time, hope you had a good time. Make some comments down below. Bye.